There we go.
Awesome.
How the fuck's it going? What's the crack?
I like the way you can just see my head in the video.
That's all you need.
That's the money shot.
He's naked beneath it.
We're all naked.
All naked under our clothes.
Yeah,
We are. Dirty sluts that we are. Folks, how are we doing this week on the Lucky Rabbit's Foot podcast?
Yeah, I've been thinking about the name. I love the name so fucking much, but I can't say it without like tripping up. Like Lucky Rabbit's Foot. Okay, I've been trying to say. I was saying it on the way down in the car, and it was like a tongue twister for me. I just couldn't say it, so I'm just going to call it the LRF.
LRF.
LRF podcast.
It sounds like a fucking dissident.
Branch of the army or something.
The Lennon dude.
But here,
The Lennon.
but here, folks, this week we're joined by our good friend. Now, you're a good friend.
Yeah, from the car journey here and 2 coffees.
Yeah,
That's all it takes.
We're all friends.
Vittorio, nice to meet you.
Vittorio, and you are a comedian.
I am a comedian sometimes.
A comedian sometimes. Fucking, aren't we all?
When people let me.
When people let you. And you're back home. This is your.
Back home for a week.
This is your turf.
Dude, when's this going?
This goes out
Today.
today.
Today?
Monday.
Well, if you can fucking make it to Pavilion in no time.
You know where to go. The Pavilion.
Yeah.
Ormer Road.
Pavilion tonight, Lavery's on Wednesday, Limelight on Thursday, and Accidental Theatre on Friday.
Gigging like a motherfucker. It's Monday. I didn't even say what day it is. It's Monday the 18th of February. Victoria's back home in Belfast. Now you're based in London.
Yes. Yeah, I moved over to London for uni to study classical percussion.
Right.
Which is, you didn't say that.
We're laughing and learning today.
So
Jesus.
I studied classical percussion, which literally means like I had exams in the triangle. Like that's not even a lie.
Shit,
I had
serious?
exams where I had to play the triangle, and realised in about the second or third year of 4 that I didn't want to do it, and I wanted to be like an actor, writer, comedian type person. But I was like, I might as well just finish it.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, I started MCing. I like just hosting a night in my uni, and like did that for a year before I did any spots. And then I don't know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. Although Gary Goldman, have you seen Gary Goldman's tips on Twitter?
Yes.
Gary Goldman's an
Same
American stand-up who's posting a stand-up comedy tip every day
Yeah.
for the whole year. He's on like 48 now, obviously, because that's how many days there have been in the year. And the tip today was like MC as much as you can.
Right.
It gets you really good with like stage time.
Yeah.
And also like you can, and I found this as well, like you can have like a list of bits down at the back.
Yeah.
And go like, fuck, I'll try that one. And then you can come back to your notes in between, so you don't have to like remember all the shit that you want to do at one go.
I would say as well, like in terms of audience interaction as well, you know, because you've got that year of like, you know, just MCing as well.
Well, I found fucking, have you seen Elephant in the Room, Patrice O'Neill?
Yeah.
It is fucking, it's maybe my favourite stand-up special of all time. And he starts all of the bits in that with crowd work, but like really careful crowd work, where it's like, he like picks out couples, and then he does like a 10-minute bit off the back of that about couples, or about like, I don't want to fucking do all those bits. Watch Elephant in the Room, it's fucking amazing. But like it all comes out of that, and like I haven't got to that point. It's something I want to build in, but it is a nice thing where I can go into the audience and ask a certain set of questions, and I know I can just like springboard into some material that I've like written. And it seems, because that's the weird thing about stand-up comedy, where like a lot of the time you want it to seem like you're making it up on the spot.
Yeah.
You want it to seem
the
like
spontaneity.
spontaneous
Off the cuff.
and that just adds a level of that where people are like I find it the fun. Have you ever MC'd a gig?
I haven't.
Have you
No.
ever
I
MC'd
had
a
done
gig?
one and it was the worst experience of my life. I swear.
The funniest thing for me is, right, so when I MC, I do material at the very start to get the crowd all warmed up, and then I do a bit of crowd work. And then once they're like laughing and shit, I'll bring on the first act.
Yeah.
And then unless someone dies in their hole, I just bring the next act on. Like I don't do anything in between.
Yeah.
Like I'm just like fuck that, keep the applause going, and then if someone dies in their hole, I'll like do a bit more crowd work or do a bit more material. And fucking, pretty much every week, someone comes up to me and goes, "Oh, would you ever do stand up?" And I'm like, "What do you think I was doing?"
No, I never. No, honestly. Would you ever think of doing that?
I'm just like, what do you actually mean? Like,
fucking crackheads, like. So what was it that made you want to get into stand-up comedy?
I think I have a weird thing, and I don't know if it is, I always say it's a weird thing, but I don't know if it is a weird thing, where when I kind of knew I wanted to be like an artist or like a creative or all those fucking wanky words that people use. I wanted to be the center of attention. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, I got to that point when I was studying like loads of like orchestral music, and I was like, I don't go and see any orchestras, and I don't find it fun when I do.
Yeah.
Whereas I really like watching stand-up comedy. So if I'm going to be on stage, I should do the things that I would want to go and see, rather than like just something that I think is like good or whatever. So yeah, so like, that's why I have a podcast, and that's why I do stand-up, and that's why I act. Because I kept going to the theatre and being like, fucking love this.
Yeah.
I kept going to see stand-up and being like, I fucking love this. And I was like, well, if you're going to make stuff, why the fuck would you make anything that you wouldn't like consume yourself, I guess.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, I think it's, for me personally, I sort of put down why I do stand-up in the way I think even you think. Like, a lot of the time I just be thinking in jokes, you know what I mean? Like, something will happen, you'll see something on the news and you'll be like, fuck, there's something about that there.
Yeah.
You know? But like I would have the same thing of like wanting to be the centre of attention and...
Do you ever get that really annoying thing? I found this recently where everyone fucking talks about this, everyone talks about like getting into bed and trying to go to sleep and like playing out these ridiculous scenarios in your head. Yeah. But the fucking annoying thing for me, and like stand-ups in general, is you have to like get up and write that down.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Every time. Like everyone was like, I struggle to get to sleep because I just have these ridiculous conversations in my head. And I'm like, yeah, imagine you had to remember this. Because you never do. Have you ever like, I have memories of like places I've been, and I can remember having the thought of that'll be a really good bit, and thinking I'll remember that.
Well, that happens to me
remember the bit
so many times. It's that kind of thing where I've got like the notes in my phone are all just add up with things that like I write them down because I'm just thinking of like just quick buzzwords to make me remember them.
Yeah.
And then like there was one that was like physics professor drag queen. I have no idea what it means. Like I have no clue. But
let's write it right now. What's funny about a physics professor drag queen? There was that woman that said that quantum physics helped her understand her trans identity.
Oh, obviously, yeah. I mean, like, we've all been there, like, you know.
That's what the Q stands for, LGBTQ, quantum physics.
Quantum physics. It's like, you know, maybe.
Go on, justify it.
You know, maybe you'll just, maybe quantum physics is where we're all, you know, missing out on understanding ourselves, you know.
That's it?
Yeah.
That is it.
She's just stumbled upon her fucking gender identity through...
I don't even know if she would be called she. I'd call her she, but she's probably...
If she's...
That person?
If that person is watching or listening, then hit us up with some quantum physics.
Merch. I don't know.
But there you go, you accidentally stumble upon your gender identity. What was it that made you want to get into stand-up?
That was fluid. I really liked it. I originally, I think I talked about it either on one of the other vlogs that we did or the first podcast, but it felt like a natural progression from doing improv comedy, because like I never really wanted to do improv. I just kind of fell into it. But it was like ended up being one of the best things I ever did. But I've always wanted to do stand-up, and like improv, like you see Whose Lines It Anyway on Dave when you were younger, and you were like, oh, that's so cool. And when you think that when you can actually go out and do that after like going through all the class systems and stuff, stand-up just seemed like the next thing to do.
I like when you call improv class a fucking class system.
I mean, the system of classes rather than a class system.
That's a different thing.
Yeah, we're better than everybody else. That's just what I'm saying.
So who are your, right, talking about fucking watching Who's Line Is an Enemy, who are your, like, comedian idols? Or general idols? Why am I asking questions?
Welcome to the 42 podcast.
Biggest crossover since since your woman with it.
Quantum physics.
And a callback.
You like it? Yeah, I'm on fire today. Fuck, I don't know. In terms of like stand-up, I think my folks like would have flat out been watching, you know, so like when I was about 6 or 7, I think they were always watching like Billy Connolly. Like that would have been their thing. Instead of like going out, like they would have had a drink in the house and watched like Billy Connolly or like Dylan Moran or, you know, and so like I think that sort of those guys growing up for me. And then like I don't know, people like fucking now it would be like people like Tom Segura. I think love Tom Segura.
He's fucking good. I think he's like not like super underrated because obviously he's doing very, very well.
Yeah.
But people don't hold him in the same kind of esteem as they should. I think because he is very, very, very fucking good.
Yeah, he is. And like, yeah, Tom Segura is a good one. Fucking, what do you call your guy? Bill Burr.
Bill Burr.
Bill Burr.
I thought you were going to say Brad Williams there.
Bill Burr Baggins.
Brad Williams.
Yeah, have you ever seen his stuff?
Is he not the guy that sings Boogaloo Lord?
Hank? Is that Hank Williams?
He does.
Tune in next week to find out.
Hank Williams is.
The Yodel kids?
Yes, the wee Yodel fella in the supermarket.
That's not his name. Last name of the song.
The name of the song is Day Old Blue. It's Day Old
no,
Blue. That's
it's
Kings Leon.
what?
For a song.
Lovesick Blues. Lovesick Blues. We won. We did it.
What about you, lads? Who's your idols in terms of? I mean, in terms of stand-up.
Reginald Lee Hunter, hands down.
Really good.
He is. I remember watching him in like Live at the Apollo with my dad and stuff like that, and that was like around the same time I was getting into stand-up, like kind of like local stand-up. Not going to shows, but like, you know, the likes of Patrick Kilty, Dundrum represent, and like Tim McGarry and stuff like that. I got like his old like DVD and stuff like that.
First ever stand-up DVD you got was
Paddy Kilty.
Paddy Kilty.
Yep.
What was the first ever stand-up DVD you got?
Frankie Boyle.
Oh really? Which
the
one?
Where he's wearing the pink suit. It was the first one that I ever bought myself.
Yeah.
But like, yeah.
Do you have the Billy Connolly's and Dylan Moran's in your house?
Aye.
Yeah, like I'm the same with Jack. My dad was a huge comedy fan, so he would have like loads of Billy Connolly stuff kicking about the house.
Yeah.
Like tapes like Ardle O'Hanlon.
Aye.
Yeah, he had his old tapes.
He's gigging again?
He was down in Whelan's last time I saw it.
Yeah, he's over in London this week, I think.
Dougal, boy. Dougal.
Yeah, what a fucking legend.
Yeah.
Should we talk about Graham Linehan or no?
With fucking
the whole trans thing. Well, we solved the trans debate right now.
did.
We did. So
yeah, we can. I don't know. Like I think I didn't really fully look into Graham Linehan, but I mean he fucking hell he's. But he's basically just trying to. He's making a cunt of himself, like.
Yeah.
But I think he's just trying to.
I think he has good intentions.
Yeah.
But he's definitely fucking it, like.
Yeah, he is fucking it, like. I mean. Yeah. He's not is he transphobic, like? I think he is. You would probably have to call him transphobic. Like.
Yeah. But I don't think he, like. Again, I think he genuinely thinks he isn't. He thinks he is he's doing the right thing, which is really hard because like, and that's hard because like people are always trying to do the right thing, and they're just fucking it. That's the thing. And then, well, I suppose I was gonna relate it to like fucking when comedians make jokes about stuff because I was watching loads of videos of Patricia Lee defending like Opie and Anthony and stuff this morning, but it's not the same because obviously Graham Linehan isn't aiming for a laugh. Which is always the defense of comedians that like you're always swinging for a laugh and like
I mean, as the writer himself, if he was to like, I don't know, what's he done since IT Crowd?
Did he do that London Irish thing on Channel 4?
Was that him?
That's Lisa McGee.
Lisa McGee. But like, I mean, if Graham Linehan was to do, I don't know, write something with regards to what he's, I mean, all this has come out on Twitter. He only really, you know, if he was to write
he was on TV though, wasn't he?
Yeah.
You're angry about it.
I don't know. I mean, he's fucking just write some fucking new shit.
Yeah.
And stop.
They were gonna do Father Ted the musical. But I think
I wanted that to be a thing. Like, I think that would be fucking unreal.
Do you think it'd be really good?
I do.
I think it would either be really good or really shit.
Yeah.
It's one of the two, like.
Yeah.
But all the best stuff is like nearly terrible.
Yeah.
Because stuff gets better and better and better, and then goes fucking colossal.
Do you know what I'm so glad they didn't do? Fucking the American reboot.
Were they going to do an American reboot of Father Ted?
Yeah. And it was like, they were gonna like cast someone to play Father Ted and like make it like that he relocated to like Boston or something.
Yeah. I don't know. They tried the IT Crowd with your man from Community with Richard Iowati as well.
And it was fucking
really weird.
awful.
Yeah.
Like,
I see the American Rangers. That was like the worst thing that's ever happened.
yeah,
I think.
it was. That was. Yeah, fucking. This is another week we're talking about Watch Mojo. Do you ever watch on YouTube? It's like a top 10 list video thing. But like, yeah, in betweeners, the American reboot was the worst TV show. I think it was voted. There was a TV show where fucking, it was like a sitcom on Hitler.
Oh yeah.
I think it was up there.
Was that, what was it called?
And it was on like UK TV in the 80s. I think I got one episode. I was pulled, it was like...
We commissioned that shit.
Hitler has a wife.
Everyone in the 80s was just on the coke.
It's a fucking great idea.
Oh, it's perfect.
So Hitler like relocates to fucking Blackburn. He lives across the road from the Jewish family.
Season ticket to Blackburn Rovers and everything.
Honey, I'm home. Oh my god. That is a fucking 80s cocaine binge idea.
Hitler moves to Blackburn.
Moves to Blackburn.
I'm going home right now just to write like a pilot script for that show.
It's so funny.
If you had to like, yeah, right, let's make a fucking pilot, right? And it has to be along the lines of Hitler relocates to Blackburn.
I don't think it's out yet, but I did the State of Goose podcast on Friday, and they were doing this thing, and it's a great idea. It was like put a positive sin on like a negative sin, or a positive spin on a negative sin, and like you had to justify all these things, and so they had like loads of atrocious things all written on paper and put into a hat, and you pulled it out, you had to justify it, and mine was like Hitler and cancer. So I'm never getting a job with like anybody.
Patrice had a really good bit about Hitler, where he was like, it was kind of like that. He was just like, the whole funny thing was he was trying to put a positive spin on it. It was like, I mean, that mustache was interesting.
I said that German history would be very boring without him. That was it.
That's true. You know, he was a good painter.
Not good enough to get into art school.
Nah. Well, that obviously fucked him off so much. You know,
Support the arts, guys.
support the arts, because if you don't, we might be the next Hitler.
Imagine
Or
a stand-up.
just go to Blackburn.
One of the two.
Bad either way. Like, I've never been to Blackburn, have you?
No, I've been to loads of shit bits of England because I did like a little kids theatre tour, which was fucking...
Right.
Were
It was
you,
great.
Were you part of the
Iron Man,
theatre
man.
tour?
I was in the show.
Oh, okay. I was just making
it was
sure.
Called, it was called Keepy Uppy. It was about football and it was for kids aged like 5 to 9 or something.
Right. I was born in Birmingham.
You're born in Birmingham?
Born in Birmingham. That's probably why I'm so easy radicalised.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of radicalised,
It's all these fluid transitions. I just don't know
what's going on.
Don't know
It's
what's
been a
happening.
hangover. So your wee girl come back from,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
What's
going
her
to find
name?
out. Yeah, I'm going to find out her name.
was it a gap year?
Was it? It was a fucking placement year in ISIS.
Erasmus. Sent him Erasmus and sorry. Oh, fucking hell.
I'm gonna steal that tonight.
That is excellent. Look, no, you're both doing gigs at separate parts of the country. You can both use it.
Because I was saying to you earlier that I was watching it on the news today. This is this girl who went to Syria and joined ISIS and now wants to come back.
I can't pronounce her name.
I can try. That sounds fake, but it is.
Shamima Begum. Shamima Begum is Begum.
That sounds like Ulster.
Stop.
Shamima Begum.
That's definitely been said at a fucking livestock auction. Shamima Begum. She's begging. Shamima Begum is begging to come back to the UK.
Yeah.
She probably misses things like rain and
Dixie's chicken.
yeah. What else? She probably does miss like the weather and her family and
not being in ISIS.
yeah, and like not, you know, seeing people getting their heads cut off.
Well, I saw someone, that's not funny. I saw somebody ask her on the news, like, what convinced you to go out there? Was it the beheading videos? And she was like, yeah, but also. I was like, what do you mean, yeah, but also? You're telling you're back in, you psycho?
Yeah, like whoever's doing her PR, like they get fired. Like
ISIS are famously not good at PR.
Yeah, they're the renegades of the PR world.
But like, are there like production values on their videos? Like,
They're getting better.
Really good?
Yeah, they're getting better.
For like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, yeah, she should be allowed back in. She's not gonna come back and wreck the place. Like, she's not gonna.
No, but my argument would be, like, I'm a great person, so I've been out to refugee camps and helped people because I'm a great person.
Have you?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck.
You're a really great person.
I know, thank you. And why should she get in before any number of people? Because people are saying like, oh, the kids might die in the refugee camp. I'm like, there's tens of thousands of kids in refugee camps by themselves.
Yeah.
Like, I work with unattended minors in refugee camps, and it's like, I know, like, I agree with you, but in the same sense, like, there are also, if that stands for her, why doesn't stand for other people? Do you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, her argument obviously is she's a fucking citizen.
Yeah.
Of the UK. But I mean, like,
it's a weird one. I went to boarding school and I wanted to leave, and my parents didn't let me, so it's pretty much the same kind of dealio. But I got like taken out in fourth year, no, like halfway through third year, and look at me now. I haven't had a job since September, and she could, you know, go on to one day.
She's weird though.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, I feel like that's obvious. Maybe.
I think you probably do have to be a wee bit.
To go join ISIS?
You don't have to be crazy to work here, but it helps.
Yeah.
Sort of thing, like.
That's just like the bumper sticker kind of, just, that's how you live on, nice.
Yeah.
There's the opposite one. Oh, this is so terrible. I'm gonna get slated for this.
Well,
do you know the way people say like no deaths in the workplace? Yeah. That's actually a bad thing in ISIS. They're like toning it up.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, trying to deaths in the workplace.
Oh. Come on, guys. We need to. It's like working in a call center. Come on, guys. We need to get our kills on. Come on. Did you ever work in a call center?
No. I got the interview for one, and then I got the job, and just never turned up for my first day.
That's good. Yeah. I worked there at a call center. I'll not say the name of it.
I was gonna get something.
But
that's the one I didn't turn up for.
Fuck, you're lucky, man. But I worked there at the same time Wolf of Wall Street came out.
Yeah.
So everyone was on this like fucking thinking they're Leonardo DiCaprio. like
sell. It's like you're doing customer care for O2. You're not selling anything.
Yeah. That's so funny.
Fucking awful places. Like.
No, I never worked there. I'm trying to think of what shit job we've had. I worked in the cafe at a kids' play centre.
That's quite bad.
It's run by fucking idiots as well. I don't mind kids, like.
I don't mind kids, but like.
People make stuff harder for themselves as well. Like everyone thought it was a shit job to have to go and like pick up all the balls from the ball pit and like put them back into the ball pit, like because they were all around like the climbing frames and stuff.
Yeah.
All you have to do is go before all the kids leave and just walk over to one kid and go, here. You have to get as many balls into this bucket as you can. And then all the kids just go and you just stand there with the bucket and then you're like, right, done.
And you made their life better.
Exactly, they had loads of fun.
Yeah. That's the whole point of it.
And I would have like 6 slush puppies every shift.
Fuck. Just buzzing off
That's
sugar.
what I was going to
You, we were talking a wee bit there about diet.
Man, my dad's fucking shit at the minute.
Yeah.
I need to sort it out. Basically what's going to happen is this weekend I think I'm going to go and jump in the sea on the north coast and like reset my brain.
Yeah.
Because I did dry January until the 23rd when Mickey Bartlett came to London and that was never going to maintain through that.
No, definitely not.
And so it was really good then, and then after that point, after it's like, you know when you just get in that, like having at least one beer in the house every night if you're not going out drinking, and then going out drinking, and then like, because I work like a fuckload of jobs in London, like I teach in schools, I work in a pub, and like try and do comedy and acting all at the fucking same time, so I'm like all over the place all the time, so if I don't like set aside time to cook and like meal prep, I am eating out and I am eating shit. Like the best thing I'll eat for myself is a fucking Tesco meal deal, which is even then it's fucking shit.
That's a lot to contend with. Like I mean, work, stand up,
and fucking travel times, right?
Travel times as well. Like you're in London right now, so
it takes an hour to get anywhere.
Yeah, fucking hell. We've got it lucky over here. Like
it's like you just walk anywhere. Like
yeah.
Well, I suppose you got like different people. Like fucking Colin lives out in Tyrone, so does Aaron. Oh fuck it, yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird. I cycled for a while, but I just hated showing up to places sweaty.
Yeah.
I don't like that. And then, yeah, it's fine. London's all hype. It's all hype. I've set up a nice little thing where stuff's kind of building in a cool direction.
Do you have your own stand-up night?
Yes, weekly. The 42 Comedy Club. Here, actually, plug.
Yeah.
If you're in London on the 15th of March, Mickey Bartlett and Aaron McCann are coming over. Doing a big show.
Excellent.
And
so that's like, you run that like a fucking St. Paddy's Day?
Yeah. We're going to have like live trial now.
Excellent. Happy days, man. Brilliant. What's London like, St. Paddy's?
I had a brilliant one last year. I think last St. Patrick's Day was maybe the best day of my entire life.
Yeah.
So it was the day Ireland beat England to win the Six Nations Grand Slam. And it was snowing outside. And I was in this pub called the Howl at the Moon in Hoxton, which is fucking brilliant. They've got like trad on every Saturday and Sunday. And the trad was supposed to be on after the rugby, but it was like too packed. So and I like know the musicians that come and do it. So like, here Vittorio, would you have a playlist on Spotify that we can just chuck on?
Yeah.
And I was like, fucking yes, I have a play, because I like put one together. I did it before, just to have on in the house and just like shout at English people. And so my mum, I found out recently my mum puts on an English accent when she tells my dog what to do.
Really?
It's that like authority that comes with an English accent.
It's inherently oppressive.
Yeah, exactly.
It's mad though that the dog, it takes the dog to hear an English accent.
If your mum talked in like a normal, like Belfast accent, the dog wouldn't understand, you see.
No, that's true.
That's a good dog.
That is a good dog. All dogs are good dogs.
This is true, yeah.
Is that true?
I don't know, if you love it enough, it's a good dog.
What about that Cujo film?
Yeah, no, Cujo's fun.
I haven't actually seen it, I've just seen them watch it in Friends.
All he needed was love.
Cujo?
Yeah.
It's a Stephen King book, isn't it?
It's like the big St. Bernard dog. He just needed a cuddle. We scratched behind the ears to be grand.
Stephen King, boy. Fuck.
Have you read any of it or seen? I've seen Green Mile, but haven't read any of it.
No.
Yeah, no, Full Dark Knows. I used to like read a lot of Stephen King stuff. Full Dark No Stars, The Green Mile, The Body, loads of stuff.
Apparently it's fucking brilliant to read, like, you're probably like...
Oh, like, but I think it was before he got hit by that van, and like he was in...
I did not know that Stephen King got hit by a van.
He got hit by a van and was like properly hospitalised for months, and when he came out, apparently he was shit. But I don't know, I like Full Dark No Stars. And that's,
I was like, if you heard of that
stuff.
woman that was in a coma and then came out speaking in like a really
Yeah.
racist Chinese accent.
But imagine you did that, but you're like the ambassador from like Ireland for like China or something like that. Oh.
Do you ever like? Have you ever worked somewhere? This might sound weird, but like, I work in a restaurant, and there's a couple of people that like would work in the kitchen who are from like Poland, and there's a couple of the chefs do this thing where they like speak in like a broken.
To the Polish
people.
I think that's the funniest shit
And it
ever.
always makes me fucking like laugh but cringe at the same
My
time.
mum does it all the time. Like when she like rings up to get like a Chinese delivered or something like that. That's like how she does it.
In like a broken English.
Broken English, yeah.
That's class.
And she doesn't even mean to do it. And like she's mates with people in Chinese. Like I don't know what it is. It's weird. Like.
Oh, class.
I've had to like aggressively keep my accent. Any hint of me going like a little bit anglicised, I like go home and.
Did you find that you've maybe slowed down?
I slow down when I'm over there.
Yeah.
But I think I speed up when I'm back. And then I've mates from school that say my accent's gotten thicker since I went to London.
Yeah.
Just because I'm like.
Just out of spite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's also fucking like I've found being London has that thing of being like a very like lonely place. And I found that, especially as like a freelancer, when you're in uni, you've like a group of people that you see every fucking day.
Yeah.
But then as soon as you leave that, it's not like you're going into a workplace every day where you see the same people. Like I'm going in to teach classrooms of kids in different schools on different days, and then I work in a pub like 1 day a week, and I'm the only person on shift. And like, I don't see my uni mates very much because we're all kind of doing that.
Yeah.
So you don't like have a group to like sit into, like you don't have like a tribe, which is like a weird thing to say, but like you don't have that. So I was by default a Celtic fan before I went to London, but I'm now a Celtic fan.
Yeah.
Because I have a bunch of mates who like are actors and musicians, and we all go watch the Celtic games together. Like there's fucking loads of Celtic pubs in London, but we go watch them over there, and it's just like this class feeling of just like belonging somewhere.
Yeah.
And just like having a group of people, because English people like, that's what's weird, because like here, I feel like to a lot of people, especially that I went to school with, I'm the guy that went to London. But then in London, I'm the Irish guy, and I'll never not be the Irish guy.
Yeah.
So there's like nowhere where I can exist. There's just like
there's no,
guy.
yeah,
You know what I mean? So, but in that like group of like Celtic fans,
you're just
I
the
just
guy.
like Vittorio.
Yeah. That's good. Like, I think that's with actually stand up as well. That's there's that community and there's that
100%.
Which is fucking brilliant. Like I mean, we.
Yeah, I didn't know you before
I
we
don't
started
know
doing stand-up.
this guy.
This
Still
guy.
don't know him. I'm
there's
joking. But like, I mean, it's honestly my favourite thing about getting into doing stand-up.
The group of
Sense of
people.
community.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you ever get this weird thing? I've been having this thought where like the people that have known you for less time know you better.
100%, yeah.
Yeah.
Because the people from school have this idea of who you are.
Yeah.
From like whatever, and they don't like you moving outside your lane. Like I had somebody say to me over Christmas, being like, her name was Anna Brown. Fuck you, Anna Brown.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Anna Brown.
she goes to me like, oh, we were in some shit pub and the fucking like, they were basically just playing like YouTube music videos on the fucking one of the screens, and I spotted it and I was like, is that YouTube? And she was like, oh, you probably have a YouTube channel, why don't you put that on? And I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, it was basically just like, you don't do what you did in school anymore. Stop.
Stop trying to be successful, fucking wanker. But like, that is a fucking thing. Like, I come from like a small place, and I think it's like I haven't been down home in fucking ages. Like, and I think people probably are like, oh, he's doing stand-up now. Like before I done stand-up, I was just like making wee wanky shitty videos of like ideas. Like a few of those ideas did end up going into stand-up and shit. Like, but like, people don't want to see you fucking succeed.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't. Like,
I think it's a Northern Irish thing because like even before, like when I was just doing improv and I wasn't even doing stand up, people were like, "Why are you doing stand up? You're not funny." But they don't mean it in like a hurtful way. It can be that like detrimental to you like succeeding and stuff like that. But I find a lot of people were just like, "Why you're not funny?" And then they come see me and they're like, "Oh, actually, you're alright."
I have a weird one where like, so I played rugby for Malone, which is on the fucking Craigie Road, and I'll go back and train with them when I'm home. And I can't fucking keep up. They're so fucking funny.
Yeah.
They are fucking hilarious. Like, and they're all like, and that's not where I fit into that group, which is a weird one. So like amongst my school friends, I'm not like the funny one.
Yeah.
And that's weird because of their like idea of you. This is me covering for myself having shit jokes. The reason they don't laugh at my jokes is because it doesn't fit into their idea of like the hierarchy.
Right.
So I wasn't funny in school, and therefore it doesn't like compute to them that I'm even trying to make jokes.
Yeah.
Whereas
have they seen you do stand up? No.
Whereas when I'm over in London, but like so like it's not when I'm over in London, like I'm funny amongst my group of mates.
Yeah.
And therefore it makes sense that I would do stand up. But in Belfast, it's like, but then this thing of like being funny out and about, obviously it's like I like cracking jokes and stuff, but it's not even like sometimes it leads to good ideas and it gets you into that kind of like a role of going with an idea long enough and keeping adding bits and adding bits and adding bits, and that helps you write stand up. But the fact that like I'm sure there's fucking loads of people, and I would maybe put myself in my group that isn't that funny in day-to-day life.
Yeah.
But like can write a good stand up set. Because I've heard Stuart Lee isn't like any crack.
No, I'm seeing him do stand up, you could sort of like imagine too that he wouldn't be any crack like.
Yeah.
But I really I used to hate him like, and then I sat down a couple of months ago and watched Comedy Vehicle.
It's great.
And it's fucking really good.
It's really good.
Yeah, it is.
It's really good. I like his philosophy on it as well, where he's like, he has a big bit about like hating James Corden because James Corden thinks he's great.
Yeah.
And the reason he has this whole bit, people are like, why do you say that? Like, what would you say to James Corden? And he was like, well, I just thought the funniest response to a celebrity saying that I'm really good would be to say to the celebrity that they don't understand enough to even comprehend my stuff. And I'm like, yeah, that's the funniest thing you can do with that. And that's like, Colin says that all the time. He's like, just say the funniest thing possible. At all times in your stand-up.
Yeah.
And people are like, oh, I don't know if I should say this. And I'm like, is it the funniest thing you could say? Just fucking say it. Like, think of the funniest angle you can take on something and then do it.
Mm-hmm. Whoa.
So that's how you do comedy. Fuck.
Do you want to hear something mental, lads?
Yes.
We've been recording for 38 minutes. And
no coffee.
No coffee.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
I paid for that coffee.
Maybe they were intimidated.
Maybe that is. Maybe they're being nice. I'm gonna go up and see.
They could be being nice.
Yeah.
No, they forgot.
You think?
Because they're floating about.
No, but they might.
Yeah, they see the thing and
for coffee in the middle of this.
Maybe they're being nice.
Maybe they think it's just like a wee interview.
Yeah.
They don't realise we've been going all day. No.
Go all night. Well, until we're gigging later. Yeah.
Yeah. So, want to do questions then?
We'll do questions. Yeah, sweet. We've got a good few questions this week.
Because me?
Because you.
Because you.
Really?
Yeah, you've got that pull.
I've got that fucking one IRA countdown video.
That was fucking excellent.
Do you know how many views that's on now?
75.
Close. 500,000.
Mate, that's fucking excellent. So if you don't know, Vittorio was on Countdown.
Yes, mate.
Actual fucking
I was
Countdown.
on actual countdown, not the funny one. Just the weird one.
The OG one.
And fucking, yeah, basically every round where I was in charge of the letters, people don't know this, I was aiming for that.
I fucking love that.
Every round where I was in charge of the letters, I went vile, constant vile. Just on the off
And it
chance.
fucking happened.
Did it happen? Yeah.
What are the odds?
Were you in cahoots with Rachel Riley?
So I did speak to her and she gave me a terrible drink recommendation because I was wearing that shirt that had the 2 cans on it, and she was like, oh, is that because you like Guinness? And I was like, yes. And she was like, oh, have you tried a black velvet? And I was like, no, what is it? And she's like, oh, it's great, you have to try it. And I was like, alright, what is it? She's like, oh, it's Guinness and Prosecco.
Oh!
No, we used to do that in Le Mans. It was like proper, like, drinks reception thing. It's like black tie, it's fancy like.
That's fucking bogging me. And a good pint of Guinness for fucking pissy Prosecco. I hate Prosecco.
I don't know, we probably talked about this before, but do you remember Guinness did a black lager? It must have been a good couple of years ago, like.
I think I remember it.
I fucking love that stuff, man. Like, I was only like, what, 15, 16 when it came out, like, but it was all I drank.
Nah, just Guinness, as it is.
Not in London either.
Guinness in London?
No,
Yeah.
No. I have mates who were convinced that I was bullshitting, that it tasted different, and then they went to Dublin and they were like, this is a different liquid. And I honestly think it's the Guinness people just having a fucking laugh and saying an actual different liquid over there.
The best pint of Guinness I've ever had, and to this day, was in fucking Alghero in Sardinia. It was unbelievable. Like, maybe it was because it's so warm over there that they like chilled it so much, but it was fucking beautiful.
The best one I've had, I would say in Belfast, is Niagara.
Yeah, they do a nice pint.
Niagara are fucking great.
Have you, the worst pint of Guinness I've ever had was in Scotland, and one of the best was in Perth in Australia. Weird.
I think then,
because they have a brewery in like Malaysia or something. Guinness thing. Do you know how long the lease is signed for on the Guinness?
Oh, it's something like 9,000 years.
My contact.
But
you can tell Arthur Guinness was a Protestant. He had foresight.
Because their eyes are so close together.
Stereotypes.
That backfired. I'm just looking up negative traits on Catholic people now. I forgot to write a roast for you today.
I look like fucking. I'm dressed a bit like 2013 Kanye West, like with this jumper. Yeah.
What's his name? Who's the guy that married Amy Winehouse, or was going out with Amy Winehouse? Was it Pete Doherty?
I think Pete Doherty was. Well, they were doing heroin with each other, like.
Yeah.
Something probably happened. No, her husband, Blake
Shelton?
Blake Harrison? Who's Blake Harrison?
No clue.
They're all words.
No, Blake Harrison's in the fucking in-betweeners.
Yes, him. You look like him.
That's good. Yeah, I'll take that.
Have you done a roast battle?
Yes, I won my first ever one.
I don't know if I could do them. I don't think I can write like
I'm
that.
too nice. I can't. I tried to roast him, and I just can't. I don't know. I can slobber about things like fucking Lauren and
times you can't slobber back.
Yeah, but like I don't know.
And it's fucking The trouble is they're really popular these days, like over in London, and you can get on them fairly easy. Like you pair up with someone, you can get a spot very easily at that Angel Comedy Club.
But I think you kind of
packed out. Like,
you're right.
I'm just like.
Well, people, it is good. Like the first one I went to was the last one you done.
Where was that?
Pav.
Oh, sick.
And then American Bar, or the Pavilion did one when they were in the American Bar when the Pav was getting refurnished and stuff. But like the last roast battle we did in the Pav, it was kind of, I don't know. I preferred the other one because I won. And that's it. No, I don't know. It was different because of the new room in the Pav.
Yeah, they
middle room.
Yeah, the middle one. Do you remember what it used to be like before it got renovated? Or were you ever in it? Or?
Probably. I would have been on the top floor a lot, but I don't think I've been in that middle room in fucking ages.
Yeah,
like that's where my fucking Leavers drinks were. Like after Leavers class, it's good.
Yeah.
Because Aquinas is just a really fucking good.
Fuck right enough. Aye. It does look good now. Like questions.
Questions, yeah. If you had to pick between stand-up or improv, which would you pick? I think that's directed at me.
That's directed at me. What would you pick?
I don't know, both. I can do both, so therefore both.
If you had to pick.
I don't know. See, they're different.
I would say that improv is involved in stand-up more than stand-up's involved in improv.
Yeah, very much so.
For stand-up, and then you can just do a fucking ton of crowd work.
Yeah.
Because you can do stand-up and just be fucking raw noble about it.
Yeah.
You're having, I would say, quite good success with stand-up too.
Yeah, go stand-up.
For the short.
What about improv's going well too? Fucking go stand-up.
Good man.
Just annoy everybody else in improv.
Fucking write something, you dicks. Put pen to paper.
Best advice you've received about comedy?
Best, just fucking have fun with it.
Yeah.
Anytime you're gonna do it, just have fun with it and fucking go in high energy. Because
Big game mentality.
Big game mentality.
Yeah.
But I mean, it is, at the end of the day, it's a bit of fucking crack. You know what I mean? For me anyway, it's a fucking release from shitty day-to-day life.
Yeah.
Getting on stage and fucking making people laugh.
Yeah,
it's fucking unbelievable. I hate my fucking job, but I have stand-up as a hobby more than anything, to like just be like, I don't give a fuck about my job, because here's some jokes.
Yeah,
That's the best thing.
Well, this is more for people in London, because people in London fuck me off massively, right? There's open micers in London that pretty much don't watch any stand-up.
Yeah.
I'll be like, oh, when the Chappelle specials came out on Netflix, I'm like, did you watch the Chappelle specials? And they're like, who's Chappelle?
Oh, goodness.
And I'm like, why are you doing this? Like, they just have this idea of what stand-up is. Just watch a lot of stand-up and you'll learn the rhythms of it and how it works.
Who's your favourite comedian? Lee Evans.
The other thing, fucking what Colin said, just say the funniest thing possible at all times. And also, write about shit that happens to you.
Yeah.
Write about your life, because it's all funny. Like, it is all funny. You just need to hit it from the right angle.
Yeah.
And you'll get it.
That's good advice. Best and worst nights in comedy?
Best night was doing support for Paddy Roth down at the Market Sport. Shout out to Paddy Roth.
He's a keen gentleman.
Apparently we've mutual friends, Paddy Roth, fucking the Cosgraves.
This is the hard-hitting journalism we were aiming for with this blog and podcast.
It sounded so close to quantum physics. Yeah, that was my favourite night. Worst night I've ever done was...
Ooh, I'm interested to hear this because I don't know it.
Fuck. I don't know. I've never really had like any horror shows yet.
Just always been great.
Yeah.
Just always been great.
I'm just that fucking good. No, worst night. I've had a couple of nights where like I got minor laughs, but nothing to...
Not death.
Not death, no.
See, I would rather have people like just slobber and heckle than just sit quietly and say nothing.
Because that's the worst thing. That's actually a big thing I've learned about life. See, when one of your mates like shows you something, and you know finally that they could do better, like something they've made, and you know finally that they could do better, and it is fucking shit. And they're like, I don't know how to tell them though. That's a massive thing. People's like, I don't know how to tell them this shit. Just don't say anything.
Yeah.
Someone's like, oh, what do you think of this? Just go.
Yeah. You try.
And they know. Like, they fucking know, because, like, they know fine, right? They didn't fucking... If it's shit, they'll know.
Yeah.
Basically. What was best and worst night?
Best and worst night.
Best? That Lavery's was some fucking buzz, because I thought that was literally on my comedy bucket list, like, do this before you fucking retire. And I got up and I was like, holy fucking shit. I'm on this stage. Do you know what I mean? It seems like it would mean fuck all to a lot of people, but like, fucking mad. Worst was very recently, because I do a monthly night at my local students' union.
Yeah.
And fucking acting students piss me off so much. This is what I'm applying to drama school to be an acting student, and I fucking hate nearly every single woman, except my girlfriend. She's nice. They're nice. But basically, the first guy got on, a guy called Babatunde Aleshe, and he is fucking sick. Like, he was on, Dave Chappelle has like a list of like people to watch, like from across the world. Like, he's on it. He is fucking amazing, right? Gets on, like, murders. Like, I set it up with a bit of crowd work, do whatever, get it to a point, bring him on, and everyone's like focused in, like 60 people and everything. And he comes on, murders, and then I'm like, I do my thing where I don't need to do anything, I'll just bring on the next actor. And I go like, give it up for Jasmine Gleason. And 20 acting students just get on and leave. After I've already said it.
Yeah.
Because that's my thing with MCing, is like, it's my job to like smooth over all the like awkward moments of people leaving or like any admin where I need to get scared.
What do you do there though?
She was already on her way on stage. And then obviously the rest of the audience is just like distracted, and the rest of the night was just fucking chaos.
No.
And I was just like, I was ready to fucking I said to the people that were on the second half, I was like, do you want the money and to just go home? and they were actually, to be fair to them, both fucking legends about it, and they were like, no, I want to see if I can do it.
Yeah.
And one of them the one I didn't expect to do it because he's very low energy, very quiet, a guy called Devin Wallace, fucking smashed it because everyone's just like zoom, just straight in, and then Tad, who's the guy that gigs like 50 million times a day, he gets up and was like, he did alright, he did fine, but it was like more similar to what everyone else had to deal with, but Devin was just like, amazing. It's great.
Well then it's got a fucking hobby on it, to be fair.
I drank so much that night in like an aggressive manner.
I was aggressively drinking.
That was me last night.
That's the worst type of drinking to do.
Where were you aggressively drinking?
Went to the Empire. Your man Ken Haddock.
No clue.
Plays there every Sunday. Holy fuck, unreal.
Like music?
Yes, man, every Sunday he's obviously a residency there, like, fucking unbelievable. He does like, he's a full band, bluesy covers of like, just people shouting out shit, do the Doors, and they'll just break into fucking Light My Fire. It was unreal. Went there, and then went to Kremlin.
Hefty.
Fuck. I think they make the drink stronger in Kremlin.
Fucking gays.
For some reason.
The gays. Yous are good at strong drink and other things. What was your best?
Seamless transitions.
What was your best and worst
Talking
night?
about strong gays, Jordan, what was your worst night was, I don't know, it was probably that night at Pug Uglies when I, like, fucking died in the hole, like, really, like, bad, and it was like the Christmas do, so, like, all, like, Shane, Todd, Colin, Mickey Bartlett, Rory Woods, everyone was on. Like all the best people that I've ever gigged with were all on, and so was I. And I was like, this is my chance to prove myself to everybody. And I was up second, down in a hole, went out for a cigarette and contemplated killing myself.
That's hard though, isn't it? It's
fucking tough, like.
Is that Pug Uglies crowd like dead old? Because in my head it's like a dead old people bar.
No. It's actually a really new bar.
It's like really new, but it's like Morrison's, wasn't it?
It was Morrison's, yeah.
Like it was.
But it seems to be buzzing now, like.
Anytime I've been, it's like a very mixed crowd. You'll get people that are maybe older but also young at the same time.
Yeah, it'd be more mixed than like what are the other ones would be. I mean, like Empire, you would expect to be a lot older, but normally it's a lot of students.
Yeah,
which is weird. But and then the best night was Lavery's, like hands down.
Yeah.
It's
fucking lads doing Lavery's. That's my bucket list as well. Yeah,
it's fun, man. Have you sent Colin a video?
I have. The jury's still out on that.
He should have gotten back to you, like, but
I don't think he's looked at it, which is fair enough. But we'll get there.
We'll get there.
We will get there.
Top trait needed to be a good comedian.
Mental health problems.
Not giving a fuck.
Not giving a fuck.
Absolutely. That was my third tip for stand-up. Was like on some level, and it can't be across the board, but on some level, an actual hatred for the audience. Because
it's like the stain.
Unless you don't care if they laugh. So if you're stressed about whether they'll laugh, then they'll be stressed about whether they'll laugh.
That
can't happen. That doesn't work.
An audience can smell that too. Like, you know what I mean?
Like sharks, they can smell it. Yeah. I was literally just about to stop the podcast when you go like hatred for the audience and give like no context for it. That would have been perfect. Okay, last one. Cheese on toast or no?
Cheese on toast. Yeah.
No.
I find it difficult because I think it's like misnamed. Because really, what that is bread with cheese on it that's going in the grill.
Yeah.
Like it never touches the toaster.
This must be a fucking. Am I having a stroke here, lads? What the fuck? Cheese on toast?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean I eat it.
Yeah.
So it's misnamed.
No.
Why is it misnamed?
So it never goes in the toaster.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the cheese is on the toast.
But it's not toast because it hasn't been in a toaster. It's grilled bread.
Cheese on grilled bread. Cheese on grilled.
But you know what you can do? You can grate cheese onto a fucking onto a bit of bread. Put your toaster sideways.
But then it shoots out.
Yeah,
you just have to beat it.
Right.
Turn it off.
You can fry them. Do like a grilled cheese, like they do in America. Where you fry it. No, like I've never seen that movie Chef.
No,
yes, that's a fucking great film. Yeah.
Unbelievable. Great soundtrack as well.
Same guy. Yes, fucking right. Same guy that directed Iron Man. Is it?
That's about that sailor off the coast of Ireland, isn't it?
Yeah.
Iron Man?
Iron Man, yeah. Good jumpers.
Like half the time I think Jack just doesn't get my jokes, but he's just working on like a backup joke because he knows the joke's not funny, so he's just making up that backup joke just to save me.
Just a fluffer. That's all the questions, is it?
I think
Thanks.
that's...
Fuck.
Yeah,
The battery says it's run out. But
Why is it called the look? I mean, I know that like the rabbit's feet are lucky.
When I was younger, I went to Niagara Falls and they gift shop there. They were selling like loads of like Canadian stuff, and they had rabbits pelts, and they were like marketed as Lucky Rabbits pelts. And I found it, like I was thinking of names for the podcast, and I found it that day when I was cleaning up my room. So I thought rabbit's foot sounded better than rabbit's pelt. So there we go. And we've now got a logo. Have you seen the logo? It's fucking amazing, isn't it? It looks class. We'll hear it after it's class.
That's us, by Vittorio.
Should I do some plugs? Can I
plug everything?
That's right.
Plug
15th of March. Go on, Frank, we're going to keep this going. 15th of March, go through on Facebook. It's called like Paddy's Comedy Night at the 42 Comedy Club. Fucking Pavilion tonight, Labby's on Wednesday, Limelight on Thursday, Accidental Theatre on Friday, and we'll go for pints and fucking listen to the 42 podcast as well, which is my podcast. Colin McDermott's coming on tomorrow.
Yes!
Yes,
So, there we go. Thank you for watching.
I want to plug my gigs. We're both doing Derry on the 28th.
We're doing Derry on the 28th. I'm headlining, which is going to be fucking
You're supporting
class.
Armaghan tonight?
I'm supporting Armaghan tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Go to Bangor. I've never been. This is my first time in Bangor.
I'm looking forward to taking you to Bangor. I was in Bangor getting headshots today.
Look at the lads. Like, this is just... Oh, it makes everything worth it.
What other ones you doing? 20th and...
I'm doing support for Armaghan tonight down in Woolseys in Bangor. Derry, the 20th, at the Cellar.
Cellar.
And then that's no gigs ever again after that.
Yeah, that's it. Colour quits.
15th of March down in Newcastle, I think. Maybe, is it happening?
Who knows?
I don't know.
Who knows?
Tell me, do you want the gig or not? We do. Aye. That's it.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
If there is by any fluke anybody watching in Manchester, I'm there on the 3rd and the 4th of March. Come see me.
Swag.
Please.
Quantum physics.
Excellent.